When most of us think about voice AI, we picture a pretty cool tool that does one thing, right? Like answering the phone. But what if that's like using a brand new supercomputer just to check your email? We're thinking way too small. So today, we're going to move beyond the simple tool and talk about how to build a complete voice AI ecosystem. And trust me, this is a shift that can totally change the game for your business. So just take a second and ask yourself this. Is your voice AI basically working all by itself in isolation? I mean, if you're just using it for one specific task, like qualifying a new lead, that's great. It's helpful, for sure. But its real jaw-dropping potential, it's still completely locked away. And this slide really shows the massive difference. Over on the left, you've got that isolated tool. That's the world where your customers get frustrated because they have to repeat themselves, where all your data is stuck in different places, and where the impact, well, it just feels kind of limited. But then, look at the right. That's the unified ecosystem. This is a world where every single interaction is consistent, it's intelligent, and it's automated. It's not just a small step up, it's a whole different way of operating. So that brings us to the first major shift we have to make in our thinking. This isn't about just adding another tool to your tech stack. It's about really embracing the whole idea of an ecosystem. This one mental change is the key that unlocks everything else we're about to talk about. The source material we're digging into today just puts it perfectly. This is the big idea, the one to really hold on to. We're not just plugging in another piece of software here. We are literally architecting an interconnected, intelligent network that actually learns and grows with your business. So, what exactly do we mean when we say ecosystem? Well, imagine this perfectly connected web. You've got your AI agents handling phone calls, your automation workflows firing off in the background, all your communication channels, from the phone to WhatsApp to email, and all your key business systems, all working in perfect harmony, like one giant unified brain for your whole company. Okay, so that naturally leads to the big question, right? This sounds kind of complex, so why bother? Let's dive into the real, tangible advantages that make building an ecosystem probably one of the most powerful things you can do for your business right now. And the value here is immense. Let's just walk through these 7 pillars. First, you create real consistency for your customers. It doesn't matter how they reach out to you. Second, you see a huge jump in team productivity because the AI is handling all that repetitive stuff. That, of course, leads to happier customers who get faster, smarter service. And behind the scenes, you're gathering way better data to make smarter choices. This all lets you scale your operations without just hiring more and more people. The end results are serious long-term cost savings and a much stronger brand. See, these aren't small tweaks, they're fundamental business upgrades. All right, so hopefully you're sold on the why. Now, let's get into the really fun part, the what. We're going to dissect the anatomy of a powerful voice AI ecosystem and break it down into its 8 essential building blocks. So, it all starts with the centerpiece, right? That's your voice AI agent. This is your star player for phone calls, but its real magic gets unlocked by component number 2, omnichannel messaging. This is the part that makes sure a conversation that starts on a phone call can just seamlessly continue over a text or WhatsApp. It creates one single unbroken experience for your customer, which is huge. Now, for an AI to actually be smart, it needs a memory. That's component number 3, your CRM and your data layer. This is that single source of truth that lets the AI know who it's talking to and what their history is. In component 4, the automation engine, we're talking tools like Make or Zapier. This is basically the central nervous system. It's the connective tissue that takes information from one spot and triggers an action somewhere else. It's what brings the whole thing to life. And get this, the ecosystem isn't just for your customers. Component number 5, the internal operations AI, is all about empowering your team. It's what sends the right notifications to the right people in Slack, creates tasks in your project management tool, and coordinates the human side of the equation. And this is all powered by component 6, the knowledge base and AI memory. This is the literal brain that you feed all your company's information to, making every single interaction personal and incredibly accurate. So how do you know if all this is actually working? Well, that's where component 7 comes in, the analytics and insights layer. You can't improve what you don't measure, right? This is how you track performance and spot trends. And finally, holding this entire thing up is component number 8, security and compliance. And this is not just a checkbox. It is the absolute foundation of trust you build with your customers. So what does this look like in the real world? This is where it all clicks. Picture this. A customer fills out a form on your website. Instantly. I'm not talking minutes, I mean seconds. The AI calls them to qualify them. Right after the call, boom, a WhatsApp confirmation is sent. Your CRM is automatically updated with a summary of the call. Your sales team gets a notification about a hot lead, and the entire thing is logged in your analytics. See how that works? It's just perfectly smooth, totally connected, and completely automated. Feeling inspired yet? Good, because we're about to pivot from the theory to the practice, from the what to the how. So here it is, a practical 10-step blueprint you can actually use to start building your own ecosystem today. Now the key here is to start smart, not big. Don't try to boil the ocean. First, just pick one single high-impact area where you can get a quick win. Then you focus on the foundation. Get that CRM integration done right, connect your main messaging channels, build out those first few crucial automation flows, and give your AI a starter knowledge base to learn from. If you get these 5 things right, you've got a rock-solid platform to build everything else on. Once that foundation is solid, then you can start to scale and optimize. This is where you really train the agent on your specific brand voice, so it sounds like it's a part of your company. You deploy it, you test it in the real world because that's where the real learning happens. From there, you start expanding to new use cases. You layer on those analytics dashboards, and you commit to that ongoing cycle of improving and tweaking. An ecosystem isn't a project you just finish, it's a living asset that you grow over time. Okay, let's bring this all home. When you really commit to this approach, the payoff isn't just nice, it is genuinely transformative. You're not just buying another piece of software, you are building a core, future-proof asset for your entire business. And these benefits aren't just fuzzy, abstract ideas. They are real, measurable business outcomes. You're going to see higher revenue because your leads are being handled instantly. Your team's workload is going to drop, freeing them up for more important work. Your customer experience becomes so much smoother and more professional. Your business decisions get smarter because now they're backed by real-time data. And maybe most importantly, you can finally grow your business in a way that isn't tied directly to how many people you can hire. So if you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. A complete ecosystem doesn't just improve one little department or one metric. It fundamentally transforms how your entire company communicates, how it operates, and ultimately how it grows. This is a total system upgrade. And I really want to leave you with this final, powerful thought from the source material. This kind of integrated voice AI, it isn't some sci-fi concept for the future. It is the present. And adopting this ecosystem approach is exactly how your business can unlock its full, game-changing potential, starting right now.